Hi, and welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. I'm Tanya, and this month our Yoga Asana classes are going to be focused on Navanga. Navanga is a very special principle that lays the foundation to all of our classes here at the Yoga Studies Institute. It is infusing them with compassionate wisdom. Now, where does compassionate wisdom come from? You have probably already heard of the 8 limbs of yoga by Master Patanjali, practicing the yamas and niyamas, having our asana practice, our pranayama practice, and then moving through pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, and then moving through the steps of meditation of dharana, dhyana, and then eventually samadhi. Now, each one of these steps, we want to be able to infuse it with compassionate wisdom. This is the 9th step, or Navanga. Nava is 9 and Anga is limb. In previous classes, we have spoken about the 5 layers of the onion. Remember, the outer one is the body, underneath that is the breath, underneath the breath is the prana, underneath the prana is the seeds, where our experiences are ripening from our previous thoughts, words, or deeds. And what's at the very core of that onion is emptiness, the blank screen. Now, what that means, it's that we have a very powerful tool, understanding emptiness and seeds. That's wisdom. And when we have that, we can transform our world. But in order to be able to transform it, we must have the right motivation. And that's having loving compassion. Where does that come from? Remember the 3 primary channels, Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. Ida, where the emotions of ignorant desire arise, wanting to hurt another to get what we want. And on the right side, where hot emotions like anger, envy, or pride arise. And our mind is always wavering between the two. But when we use the inner and the outer methods, understanding emptiness and seeds, then we can start to direct the energy towards the central channel, the Sushumna, where loving kindness arises from, even joy. And when we have the motivation to want to destroy negative states of mind, not just for ourselves, but for others, we can start to experience a perfect world of having perfect health, perfect relationships, having successes in our lives, and be able to experience other people in our lives, like our friends, our families, and even strangers, have the same experience as well. So this month, this is what we're going to be practicing, infusing all of our practices with compassionate wisdom, Novanga. So I can't wait to share that with you in our classes, and I know all of our teachers are too. So see you on the mat.
Hi, I'm Benji. Before we jump on the mat today, I want to introduce myself. By and by, this yoga thing has been working its magic on me for about 8 years. I first came to the practice to relieve physical discomfort I was experiencing from what I believed was too much athletics and not enough stretching. Of course, yoga revealed to me that there was this more subtle dynamic at play, discomfort in my own mind, which led me to my favorite pastime, studying yoga philosophy in ancient texts. Off the mat, I like to apply yoga philosophy and permaculture design to enrich my community and to beautify the landscape. I'm currently working on a therapeutic program for young adults to turn little yogis into super yogis who garden themselves in the world. To relax, I like to just sit on my porch, overlooking my small garden with my family, listening to and playing music. I'm glad you showed up today to do the hard work of gardening your inner landscape. I know with persistence and diligence, you too will flower and bear the fruit for the whole world to enjoy. Thank you for your time. See you in class. Welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. I'm Benji. I'll be leading us through a Lady Niguma series, special focus on the Muladhara and Swadhisthana chakras. we'll also be exploring the theme of Navanga Yoga. Navanga is the Yoga Studies Institute emphasis on compassionate wisdom in Master Patanjali's traditional 8-limb system of the Yoga Sutras. And I think it's important here to understand that we are imbuing our life through every action that we take. Every action of body, speech, and mind, we are influencing and creating our whole world, which is pretty awesome and a lot of responsibility. And so if it's true that we're imbuing our whole life and we start to see this is what we call wisdom. If we notice that, and as yogis, we can be very scientific about it, right? I think that we should try to prove to ourselves that when I am harmful to myself and to others, then it comes back to me. That I influence my world and it ripples back to me, produce an experience that's unpleasant. And then the opposite must be true. If I'm beneficial and I'm compassionate and loving to others and to myself, then a pleasant experience must ripple back to me. And so I think we should be scientific. I think that we should be very reasonable about it and not just think it must be true. We should prove it. So I like to do this little exercise called if this, then that. If I do this, then that either happens or is likely to happen. If I choose to eat this food, then that will happen. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to enjoy some food that would always leave me in discomfort because I was allergic to it. It didn't settle well with me. But I would keep eating it and I would think that a new result would be produced. And if we start to do this with all the aspects of our lives, if I think this way about another person, if I say this thing to another person, then what is going to happen? What is the outcome? What is the result? This is how we stop perpetuating an unpleasant experience in our life. We really should sit down and start to be analytical about the things that we do. And if we start to see that we're not being all that loving throughout the day, well, then we take steps to be more loving. It's pretty simple. But we have to retrain ourselves and recondition ourselves because we're so used to not really paying attention to what we're doing or being all that loving. So the meditation and the yoga is the inner and outer methods to help yoke us back to the present awareness. Be watchful, be mindful of what we're doing. And we say to ourselves, if this, then that. If I close my eyes gently, if I start to watch the breath at the tip of my nose, bringing my thumb and pointer finger to touch, with my hands resting on my knees, how do I feel? If I take a deep inhale and a deep exhale, how do I feel? Must be mindful and watchful in order to be scientific. Bring the awareness down to the Muladhara chakra, muscles between the legs, in towards the spine. Try to focus here. And then start to fixate by watching the movement of breath and prana flowing in and out through the chakra. To help us fixate, we'll use the seed syllables. The seed syllable for the root chakra is shum, the element of basic space. Take an inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale to chant. Shum, 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 shum. Inhale. Shum, 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 shum. Keeping the eyes closed, Moving the inner gaze up into the Swadhisthana, located at the level of the sacrum, the inside of the spine. And feel the movement of breath. Follow my chants however you see fit. Seed syllable here is yum. Inhale to chant. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Notice how you feel. If I'm present with myself, then I start to feel this. If I chant the seed syllables, I feel this. When I do my sun salutations, I feel warmed up. Let's come to the front of our mat. Find a Tadasana, mountain pose. Grounding to the three corners of the feet, the outside edge, the front of the foot, and the heel of the foot. Maybe bouncing on the heels a couple of times, warming up the spine. Drawing the inner legs together, inhaling, exhaling through the nose, in and out through the chest. On your exhales, draw the lower abdomen in towards the spine and maintain this pressure through the whole practice. Help to elongate the spine and help you to feel supported. Breathing out, in and out through the nose, bring the palms to heart center, palms touching. Set an intention here that we are going to find out what would really happen if we decided to live passionately. The wisdom to know that we are creating our own life, the ways in which we interact with ourselves, with others, and the whole world. Take a deep breath. Exhale the hands down and back behind you, palms face up. Open up the front of the chest, still grounding into the legs, into the feet. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, up in front of you, thumbs interlock. Big stretch. Elongate the spine, tuck the tailbone. Keep breathing. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees, clasping the hands behind the back, finding straight arms. Bring the abdomen in towards the spine, nose goes towards your knees. Relax the neck. Bend your knees as much as possible to try and bring your chest onto your thighs. If your chest comes onto your thighs, then you can straighten out your legs. Exhale, planting the hands. Left foot steps back, left knee down to the ground, stretching the groin. Grounding into the front foot and the back ankle. Long spine. Feeling the stretch in the groin. Bringing the right foot back to meet the left, finding a plank pose. Strong legs here, again tucking the tailbone, long spine, pretty much always. Bringing the knees down to the mat, finding a bit of a cow pose, to then bring your chest down to the mat, leaving the hips in the air, chin comes down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bringing the hips down, chest comes up, baby cobra. Shoulders back and away, elbows coming in towards the body. Smile. Be compassionate now. Don't wait. If I'm compassionate now, compassion will come back to me. And I'll enjoy my practice. Exhale, pushing yourself up through tabletop into down dog. Exhale. Inhale the left foot forward between the hands, keeping the right knee down, grounding to the front foot and the back shin. Inhale, picking the back knee up, bringing the back foot forward to meet the left, Hands clasped behind the back, nose to knees. Chest coming onto the thighs. Straighten the legs. Shoulders back and away. Release, inhale all the way up. Gracefully coming back down. Hands clasped behind the back. Planting the hands. Right foot steps back, right knee down to the ground. Planting the right hand next to the left foot. Bring the left arm up to the sky. Twist. Looking over your left shoulder. Try to get shoulders in one line. Still grounding to the foot in the shin. Hit the hand. Left foot steps back. Plank. Knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Keep the knees bent. Abdomen goes in towards the spine. Hips go up. Neck goes down, relaxed. Open up the front of the chest. Press into the 10 knuckles of the hand, actively grounding through the feet. Smile. Inhale the right foot forward, left knee down to the ground. Taking the left hand, right hand comes up to the air. Looking over your right shoulder, twist. Engage the core, ground through the legs. Planting the hand, left foot steps forward, hands clasped behind the back. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms come to your chest. Recall your intention. Try to bring it into your mind. Smile. Trying to recondition our mind. How can we serve others? How can we serve ourselves so that the whole world can benefit? The waves of compassion start to still the storm that we are experiencing in this world. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down and back. Inhale, hands come up, thumbs interlock, maybe a bit of a back bend. Exhale, come down, hands clasped behind the back. Change the clasp this time. Planting the hands, step both feet back. Plank, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, come all the way up into an up dog. Hips come up off the mat. Legs are strong. Elbows are slightly bent. Chest is open, reaching towards the sky. Long spine, tailbone to the tip of the head. Exhale, down dog. Let's hold the down dog here. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 1. Inhale, 1. Exhale, bringing the knees down to the mat. Hips go back towards the heels. Arms extend outwards in front of you for a child's pose. Inhale up to sitting. Legs up out in front of you. Bringing the right heel in towards the perineum. Put a pressure on the muscles between the legs. If the heel doesn't reach, go ahead, you can use a massage ball, rolled up sock, t-shirt, anything that's going to help you put pressure on the muscles between the legs. Just go ahead and grab the shins, find a long spine. Focus on the root chakra. Each of these chakras are aspects of who we are. At each level of the chakra, there is a knot. This knot is a teacher. Show us where we've not been very compassionate. We listen to these knots, try to work them out. There is a lesson for how we can be more loving. We must learn how to concentrate, see that we have created this condition for ourselves so that we can get ourselves untangled. Inhale, the arms come up. Find a long spine. Inhale, abdomen comes in, raising the chest, expanding the rib cage. Forward fold, coming down towards the leg, folding from the hips. Still trying to find a long spine. Don't go too far. Find your edge. We don't want to lose our focus of the chakra. Focus on the breath. Listen to the teacher. If I undo this knot, what will happen? If I do this pose, I feel this. Now up, extending the right leg, tucking the left heel into the perineum. Just come to grab the ankle, shin, long spine. Focus on the root chakra. Fixate by watching the breath move in and out. Inhale, arms come up. Abdomen goes in towards the spine. Inhale, expanding the rib cage. Folding from the hips. Maybe coming to grab the lower shin, top of the foot, or the sole of the foot, or the wrist beyond the foot. Find a long spine. The stretch in the leg should not overwhelm your ability to focus. Watch the breath. Exhale out. Come to bring the soles of the foot to touch for Baddha Konasana. Cobbler's pose or butterfly or bound triangle. Find a long spine, clasping the hands together, using that clasp underneath the feet to give yourself some leverage to find a long spine. Lift from the tailbone all the way to the tip of the head. Try to find a stretch. Two side channels at the level of the root chakra. Concentrate. If I observe with wisdom, and I see how I have created how my body is feeling. When I'm loving, I feel better. I feel pleasant. When I'm mean, I might feel pleasant for a second, but it's very fleeting. Maybe folding forward a little bit, getting a deeper stretch, bringing the belly button towards the feet. You're really flexible. Try to bring the head beyond the feet. Bring the heels in towards the perineum. Just breathe. Focus on the chakra. Go over judgments of how you're stretching, how flexible you are, how strong you think you are. Release. Come into a Sukhasana, easy seat. Chin mudra, thumb and pointer finger come to touch. We're going to do some contractions of the perineum. On an inhale, we'll contract, and on an exhale, we'll release. The release being 2 times longer than the inhale, the contraction. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Inhale, contract the muscles between the legs. Exhale, release. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Inhale, contract. Release. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Contract and hold. hold, release. Inhale, contract, hold, release. Take 2 deep breaths. Breathing into the lower body, into the chest, maybe the upper chest. Release fully. Breathing into the lower body, mid-chest, and then the upper chest. So release. Do 3 small drops. We've just gathered a bunch of prana into the root chakra. Now we're going to disperse it through the whole body. On an inhale, we'll pick ourselves up, placing our palms behind us or our fingertips, coming up onto our knees, and then letting ourselves fall onto our pelvic floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Then take 2 deep breaths. Objectively observe. If I do 3 small drops, I feel this. Don't let your mind chatter get in the way of your scientific process. 3 more drops. Concentrate. Be a witness to how your body is feeling. Smile. Send your body some love. Doing exactly what you need to do. You showed up for yourself. Training to be a yogi is a wonderful thing. 3 more drops. Coming into a plank, we'll do a vinyasa or a flow. From plank, we'll do knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, coming up into up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll hold for 3 breaths. Child's pose. And then come to lay on your back. Legs extend outwards. Bending your left leg, placing your left foot on top of your right thigh. Right hand comes up to your left knee. Left arm up to the sky. Open up like a book. Twist. Bring the knee over to the right and the arm over to the left as you look over your left shoulder. We're twisting at the level of the Swadhisthana chakra. Now untwist the knots. See what these chakras have to say. What are their teachings? Don't push the pose too much. Many students want to know how to do the postures properly. I think it's very important. But we want to also keep in mind that our mind needs to be in a posture. We need to learn how to focus and concentrate our mind. The posture will come. Inhale up. Big stretch. Arms go overhead, pointing the toes, adjust the hips. Bending the right leg, bringing the right foot on top of the thigh of the left leg. Left hand to the knee. Right arm extends upward. Twist open. Looking over the right shoulder. Concentrate. When I twist, I feel this. When I twist, I feel an unbinding. I feel a wringing out, a loosening. Inhale up. Big stretch, arms go overhead, point the toes. Bring the left leg up into the sky. Clasp your legs behind the left thigh and bring your leg down to the mat to help raise yourself up. Legs extend outwards. Maybe find a Tadasana, staff pose. Hands at your side, abdomen comes in, long spine, strong legs. Chest comes up. Elbows push away from the body as the shoulder blades come in towards each other. Play around with the shoulder blades, maybe open the front of the chest. Then start to fold forward from the hips, bringing the abdomen in. Paschimottanasana. Hold wherever is comfortable, lifting from the sacrum. Lifting all the way from the tailbone to find a stretch. You need to bend the knees so you can find a deeper stretch. Really try and feel it. Be scientific. You want to feel a certain kind of stretch. Not just any old kind of pain or resistance in the body, but a stretch at the level of the tailbone. Tucking the chin a little bit, bring the tip of the head towards the sky, lifting from the tailbone a little bit more. Maintain that abdominal pressure. Focus. Breathe in and out through that space. Please, bending the knees, giving yourself a hug, giving some attention to your knees. You don't get that much attention. How loving can I be? We'll come into Vasana, boat pose. We can bring our legs up, supporting our legs with either a strap, always option, or just using our hands behind our thighs to support ourselves. Maybe you start to bring the chest up and out, opening up from the chest, lifting, trying to draw power and energy into the Swadhisthana chakra. Maybe you extend the legs. Maybe you open the arms, palms face up. Make an offering. I know it's hard. Make an offering to all living beings that we all be compassionate and nothing will be hard anymore. That would be great. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale 3. Exhale 2. Inhale 2. Exhale 1. Inhale 1. Exhale, release, coming to lay on your back. Bending your knees, bringing your feet to either on the outside edges of the mat. Arms open up, cactus arms. And an exhale, bringing the knees over to the left. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees come up. Find your own flow. When I do boat pose, I feel. After I do boat pose, I feel incredible. When I windshield wiper my legs, I feel a dispersal of energy. I feel the prana moving through my body. Finding a center, maybe rolling up, bringing the knees back towards the head, rolling up, coming into a plank. We'll move into a vinyasa. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Child's pose. Inhale up to sitting. Come to lay on your back. Or Shavasana. Just relax. Palms face up. Legs open. Release control of the breath. Doing a body scan. Going all the way to the tip of the toes. Up the legs. Allowing the legs to relax. allowing the hips to adjust, the shoulders too. Moving your awareness into the palms of the hands, tips of the fingers, traveling up the arms, giving permission to relax. Moving into the spine at the tailbone, traveling up the spine, you seeing this Sushumna, this central channel. The inside of the spine is a golden light as you travel all the way up to the tip of the head. Giving permission to the spine to relax, to sink into the mat. Moving into the abdomen, underneath the rib cage, letting the organs relax. Maybe swallowing a couple times to let the throat relax. Relaxing the jaw, muscles around the mouth, cheekbones, the muscles around the eyes. Relaxing the brow line and the forehead. Tongue relaxes in the mouth, the eyes sink into their sockets, and the scalp falls onto the skull. Smile. Bring the awareness down to the Muladhara chakra, Root Chakra. If you can visualize a nice red color. Contemplating the element of basic space. Feeling the compassion, nature of things. Everything has a space. Cannot intrude on each other, unless by force. Everyone and everything is given equal right to have space. Coming into the Swadhisthana, maybe an orange color. Contemplating the element of wind. But like the wind, we're able to move through space. We learned our lesson at the Root Chakra, then we do that with compassion. We respect all other things as having their space, as we move through all space. Learning to respect all of our relations, all living beings. They have their opportunity to exist in this thing we call life. We all act like a gentle breeze, bring a cooling and pleasant experience to all living beings. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, bringing your awareness to your chest, level of the heart. Take a deep breath. Roll over to one side, push yourself up to sitting, moving into a Sukhasana. Like a chin mudra, letting your eyes just relax. Chant Om and 3 Shantis together. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale to chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. further at your chest. Give thanks that all of these beautiful essences of nature, qualities of life exist within us. Give thanks to our teachers to show us how to be more loving and compassionate. May we use this compassion and wisdom to serve all living beings in this world and all other worlds. Namaste. You for another beautiful class. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day as you do a bunch of if this then that. Just watch how you move in this world. Be like the wind and be considerate of all living beings. See you next class.